My parents will yell at me, they'll get mad at me, and we'll get into like such large arguments. It's even gotten to the point of one time where I've gotten into arguments with my parents with like, you're gonna have to move out if you don't like agree with these things.
This generation's crazy. And I'm a part of it. Let's figure out what they got to say.
I've sent or received nudes.
Oh, God.
If one day I want to get a certain job or go into a political office, I just don't ever want to have somebody to hold that against me. Even when people send me nudes, I'm like, I didn't necessarily need that. Like dick pics when they're just, you know?
Are we saying nudes?
Nudes. Should
Oh
we start
my God,
over?
I thought we were saying news. N-E-W-S.
Nudes.
I'm
Okay.
so sorry. I don't send nudes because I just do things on social media. I want to pursue acting. I feel like my body's a temple. You gotta pay to see it, if at least. Same as Daniel said, it can come back and bite you. I'm just scared.
You know, here's the thing. And I'm on the fence. I'm still trying to figure it out. We're all trying to figure things out. Part of the conversation when we talk about being sex positive, when we talk about the hookup culture and sex culture of this generation being a positive thing and people just celebrating their sexual fluidity, doing whatever with whomever, while also being safe. And then there's the other side where it's like, no. If you have not done the work on yourself to deal with your emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual trauma of your past, then you're going to look for other people to do the work for you. And that is why some people turn to hooking up, because their body now knows, okay, this chemical that I'm gonna release is gonna make me feel good in this moment. And to feel that good again, I need to do it again. So there's two different sides, which I'm towing the line of. I'm not sure. I think that being able to sexually express yourself at a very young age can lead to a lot of harm because your brain isn't fully formed or finished fully developing until you're 25. So maybe I actually do lean to one side more than the other. But at the same time, I can't tell anyone what to do with their life. I can only provide my input and say, look, if you haven't done the work on yourself and you haven't began conversing with your inner child, addressing your abandonment wound, addressing the neglect in your childhood, really sitting down with yourself and meditating and journaling on the things that you need and want from this world and from yourself, and if you haven't been able to go that deep within yourself yet, I'm not sure having all of these hookups is healthy for you. Because that's the thing. Lust or love isn't logical. It's not. A lot of the times you're not in love with that person. You don't want to be around them. You're in love with the service they provide you.
As like a bisexual person and kind of just being in like a world that's hyper-sexualized already, and it sucks because that's kind of like the age of social media and like LGBTQ youth, is that pretty much like they have to seek validation online. That's like really like the way to do it.
Skinny jeans are out of style. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm over here because I think that skinny jeans, I don't like them and I wouldn't wear them because I also have like chicken legs, so like that's not happening
Wait,
for me.
is it out of style or in style?
The question was skinny jeans are out of style.
Oh, so I'm saying that they are in style?
Yeah, skinny jeans
Oh,
are in
no,
style.
they're out of style.
I wish these were the conversations we could have as a country. I wish that we could just talk about skinny jeans and let's change the color on the flag and let's see if we can move the star over to how about we, oh my God. Skinny jeans are really, I enjoy skin, I do.
I get my news from YouTube. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's usually fake news with my mom.
Oh my
It's
God.
usually fake news with
My
my
mom, she gets
Yeah.
news from Facebook.
Same,
Literally, she
same,
calls me, she's
same,
like, did you
yeah.
hear about this? Like, Mom, that's right. And she's like, it is.
Yeah.
Like my mom, when she was on Instagram, she just was like, she was seeing the wrong stuff. And then she was like, you know, the vaccine, those microchips. And I was like, Mom.
I think it's also important to think about like why people believe that. Like, yeah, it's like stupid and it's funny to make fun of, but like people are afraid of like, you know, really rich people who are going to be like controlling a lot of stuff without, you know, democratic elections and without any accountability. And it makes sense that people would feel like, you know, I don't really know if I can trust the government.
My family and I, yeah, there's a long spectrum of beliefs and ideologies, and a lot of those beliefs and ideologies do stem from a mistranslated Bible or, you know, an ignorant statistic or fact that they found on Facebook, but it's being black, yeah.
I would like to have a disclaimer for my mom and dad. What's coming out of my mouth is coming out through love. Also, if they're watching this, please stop watching this. My parents are very closed-minded and conservative, and there have been fights, as in Daniel's family. I feel like in my household, my opinion is not valid, and it will never be valid as long as I live. I don't want to be quiet about the things, and I want to speak up and share my opinion, but when it comes to that, my parents will yell at me, they'll get mad at me, and we'll get into like such large arguments. It's even gotten to the point of one time where I've gotten into arguments with my parents with like, you're gonna have to move out if you don't like agree with these things. And it's like, I understand what you're saying and all, but you're telling me that if I don't do what you're saying, what you think is correct, I'm not allowed to think what I think is correct because what you think is correct is concrete.
I have felt depressed.
People want to talk about how depressed they are until you're like, hey, I haven't taken a shower in 4 weeks and I can't get out of bed and I haven't been eating food. And they're like, ew, that's gross. It's like, that's what depression is.
Especially with our generation, what ends up happening is that some small thing happens and we're depressed. The term is just used so loosely. When you say comments like that, it takes away the power, in a sense, from like people that actually are seeking help.
That word has a lot in it. So I don't think I've ever felt depressed, which is a privilege. I felt burnt out, depleted, like my energy was draining. That is something I don't think I ever will experience in its full entirety.
My whole life, I've wanted to show kindness through me, and I hope that I do show kindness to others because I don't want other people to feel the same way I felt, because if I can help someone feel that smile or that joy, for me, it would mean everything to me because it means that I'm fighting what other people did to me.
Go.
I try not to like view it like that because it's very like deterministic, like, well, the world's going to hell, like we can't do anything. And if you believe that, then like you're not fighting for like a better world and you're not fighting for change.
I'm very much with Sarah on the point where our generation is very cynical, very nihilistic. We like to just like assume that things can't be fixed because in the past they just never were. I don't know, I think I'm very optimistic for the future because I believe as we become more educated and we have more resources to certain things and information, we can do great things, but we just have to believe that we can or else it won't happen.
I am very optimistic about the future. I mean, I think that this country is slowly burning. But through this healing journey, I've just learned this world, life, beautiful song, life, it can leave you so bitter, but you must believe that it gets better because that's all my people at least. That's all we have. So, yeah.
If there's something you don't like, we can work on it and fix it. And I think that this generation in particular is really good at that. Like Gen Z is crazy. Like we get things done. The impact we've had with like TikTok even, like, yeah, we changed a lot of things.
That is officially a wrap. Great job, you guys.
I like to think that Gen Z is big on symbolism, not activism. And I think there have been points throughout our tenure. However, a lot of it is just a continual pretend portrayal of care and not actually putting in the time, energy, and effort to make changes to these systems. Yeah, my generation, this generation is, and not everyone's like them. There are people who are gonna be very, very conservative and very, very just stuck in their ways and their views about the world and their opinions, but I do have hope. I have hope for a continual future. I think that this generation has a lot of healing to do. I think this generation has a lot of things we can do to move forward. We're not all party hungry, drugs, alcohol. Like, not all of us care about going to the club or to the bar. Not all of us care about going to the party. Not all of us care about who just hooked up with who. There are some of us, some who care about healing and introspection and meditation and journaling and growing as a person, growing as a society, getting better, making a tribe, making a community, and moving forward. So to those people, to the healers, to the healing, and to the healed, all these things I say as I send you on your way.